Welcome to Word Unit 1. In this particular unit, we are going to be creating a flyer, and in particular, we're going to create, format, and edit the Word document using pictures. We need to go ahead at this time and open up the blank Word document if you haven't already done so. You also need to download any of the images that I have given you on the calendar to go with this particular practice exercise. So if you have not done that already, you may want to go ahead and pause the video and do that before we really begin. First thing that we're going to start with once we open our blank Word document is we are going to go ahead and adjust line spacing and paragraph spacing. So line spacing, you are going to find line spacing and paragraph spacing on the Home tab in our ribbon under the actual paragraph section. And line spacing is going to be the amount of vertical space between lines of text in a paragraph, and then paragraph spacing is going to be the amount of text below, the amount of space below and above the actual paragraph. So this button right here is our line spacing paragraph button. We want to go ahead and we want to adjust them beyond what it gives us. So we're going to do the line spacing options. We have our paragraph dialog box that pops up. And down here in spacing, under the after, we don't want 0. We want to go ahead and change that to 10. And then where it says line spacing, we want to change the at to 1.5. And notice that it changes it to multiple and then 1.15. You're going to hit the OK button. Next, we want to go ahead and change the margins. So up here in our tab, in our ribbon, we're going to click the Layout tab. You will see under Margins, there's a Margins button. Click on that. It's automatically set up to the Office 2003 default. We want to change ours to normal, so we want 1 inch all around, so change that. You'll notice up here in our ruler that the blue areas in that change, so you know that you have changed the margins. And now we're going to start entering text. So right here where you see our insertion point blinking is where our text is going to be found. And we want to type in found dog. And then we want to press the return key 1 time. We want to show you, I personally like to use my formatting marks. You may not like to, but we want to go ahead and turn those on right now for our practice exercise. So there is a button up here, and it is formatting marks. It looks like a backwards P. It says show all non-printing characters. So these won't show up when you print them actually on a document. It's just to help you know where your spacing is. And you can see here when I do a hard return, meaning I actually hit the return button, that you're going to see the backwards P there. Let me go ahead and zoom in for you, and you're going to see a dot in between the words. That little dot is telling you how many spaces I put in between here. So that can make a difference when you're typing your research papers or other things after a period. Some people put 2 spaces and some people put 1, but whatever you do, you want to be consistent. So I talked about the hard return. That means I actually hit the return button, and I want to go ahead and do a hard return again. And now I'm going to talk about word wrap, or this is also called a soft return sometimes. And this is basically where, depending on where my margins are set up, the text is going to automatically wrap down to the next line. So that is what word wrap is. So we're going to type in adorable, comma, loving, comma, friendly, comma, well behaved, make sure you put the hyphen in there, dog, found early Friday morning, comma, June 1, comma, wandering on the bike trail at Filcher Park in Hampton Township, period. and then we want to go ahead and hit the return key one more time. So you'll notice that I didn't have to hit the return key here. It just automatically wrapped it down. Word wrap. All right, now let's talk about the grammar and spelling check that Word automatically has set up, and it is a lifesaver for me. So we're going to type in the word tan color with and then patches, but I want you to deliberately spell patches wrong and spell it P-A-C-H-E-S. And then I want you to go ahead and hit the space, and you'll notice that it puts a red wavy line underneath it. That is telling me I have an error there. Word has flagged it. It is a spelling error, and in order to correct that, all I have to do is put my mouse over the word. I'm going to secondary click, and you're going to see all the words that it gives me as options. So I'm going to go ahead and hit select patches, and notice how it's changed that now for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and enter in the rest of the text. You'll see that my insertion point is not where I need it to be. So if I hit the command button and hold down the right arrow at the same time, it takes my insertion point to the end of the line where I need to be. So I'm going to finish the tan color with patches, and then it's going to say of white on his chest. Then I'm going to hit the return key, male, comma, adult, Cocker Spaniel, return key again. Notice my hard returns, green and silver collar with the name, comma, Bailey, comma, on the tag. Hit return again. If this is your lost dog, comma, call 555-1029. All right, at this point I want us to go ahead and save the document. So we're going to do File, Save As. We're going to go ahead and save this as W1-2, and we're going to save it to our desktop. And then you're going to move on to the next video.